All right, so I'm about to open up Logos Bible Software 5. I was actually a beta tester for the sixth Logos 6, but I didn't have much occasion to use it. I had installed it on Windows, which I was running in the Parallels emulator on my MacBook Pro. And I really didn't have a lot of time to play with it, and I had uninstalled it. And, that was that. But I'm happy with Logos 5. And the good folks at Logos were kind enough to send me this socio-rhetorical commentary series from Eerdmans. It includes authors like Ben Witherington, Craig Keener, David De Silva, and they've been publishing this since '95 all the way up until present. There's still a few books that have yet to receive commentaries. So as you see, I opened up Logos, and here we go. I opened Witherington's commentary on the Gospel of Mark because I spent a lot of time in Mark. There I opened Keener on Matthew, and I'll open up Witherington on Corinthians. And the thing I love about Logos is you could create these custom spaces. So here I have them in 3 parallel columns. I always like to keep a Greek Bible open whenever I'm doing any kind of study in Logos. So there's the Nestle Aland 27th edition. I don't have the 28th edition for Logos. I do have it in Accordance, but not Logos. And the 2011 NIV is my English version of choice. So, there you have it. And have a Greek Bible open, have an English Bible open, and just for the sake of demonstration, you can link the commentaries with the Bible. So you've just seen I've chosen link A, and there I choose link A. So wherever I scroll between those two, they'll match up. Now in Corinthians, I chose link B, and on the NIV, I'll choose link B as well. And now when I scroll, they'll be synced up. Let me open up one more Bible. We'll do the ESV. I spent a lot of time using that as well. Drag that over to the commentary on Mark. And again, so we'll link C and C. So there you have it. It's just extremely helpful. Let's go to Mark 5:1, and you see it goes right there in the commentary. Witherington speaks of the textual problem, which deserves attention. Going over here to 1 Corinthians 11, my church just had communion last Sunday, so I said a few words about the social situation going on in Corinth. Witherington has quite a bit to say about that. You could just see the various options when you highlight a text. Over there, it shows as you scroll, the commentary will match with what you're talking about here. This is Matthew chapter 5. Keener's commentary on turning the other cheek. Again, here's the various options you have when you highlight a text. And Logos is just extremely convenient. Here you pull up a footnote, and if I were to click any link in a footnote, it'll bring up the text or the reference to another work if I have it available. Here again, I'm just scrolling in Corinthians. Now, in Witherington's commentary on Mark, more than his commentary on the text, I was interested in what he had to say about Mark's Christology. So in the introductory material, he has a whole chapter, or a whole section, I should say, on Mark's Christology and the Messianic secret. And as you saw, I was just able to float the window and open it up in its own separate thing, and I could just devote my attention to that. There you go, making it nearly full screen. And you just scroll through it. I also say this, it's extremely helpful to have these commentaries on the iPad, and you can read them as you would a book. if you had it in front of you. But, instead of lugging around an entire commentary set, you have the iPad containing all of them. Same functionality as on your desktop or laptop, excuse me. Here we copy it. Now, if I go open up Microsoft Word, or you could open up Pages or whatever your word processor is, and I'll go and I'll paste it, and you'll see they provide the reference. I believe I have mine set up for the SBL style, but I think you could set Turabian, or personally like to justify my text, indent it so it's a quotation. It's pretty simple, so don't save that, close it out. And yeah, that's the thing. You just gain all this functionality with Logos. I mean, it really is super easy to use, super powerful. Here, I look at the word apocalyptic. Let me search this reference alone, see how many times Witherington uses the word. Now, there you go. It's throughout the various sections. A lot of that's the introductory material. Here we go, the authorship and audience of the earliest gospel. He uses apocalyptic. He says he has a knowledge of early Jewish eschatology and apocalyptic, so on and so forth. So again, for searching a text, whether it be the biblical text, whether it be the text of a commentary, Logos is incredibly quick. It's incredibly powerful. Shut out the search bar there. Now let's just close some of these out. Close down Corinthians, close down that Bible, close down the ESV. Let's close this NA27. Or actually, no, let's put them side by side. Here we go. Now check this out. In the text, let's say I want to go to Philippians chapter 2, verses 6 through 11. It automatically, you'll see in the right pane, switches over to Ben Witherington's commentary on Paul's letter to the Philippians. I didn't have to open a new resource. I didn't have to go to my library and choose that. It automatically switches based on the scripture reference that you type in. And I was quite pleased with that. I thought that was a great feature. It's something I just discovered recently. Here you go. You just see some parallel references and some of the other options. So now let's just look through the text, and here's a word, harpagmos. Let's highlight that, and let's search the entire library and see what pops up. So we search our entire library. I have a couple thousand, like 2,400 resources in Logos. This is every work that contains a reference to harpagmos or this particular scripture. And you could just scroll through and see, a bunch of commentaries, a bunch of Bibles. Here you got the early church fathers, study Bibles, various monographs, whatever. I mean, look, there's Athanasius, Philippians 2, 6 through 8, Philippians 2, 6 through 8. They're both referenced in footnotes. As you continue, here's Wust's word studies in the Greek New Testament. In his exegesis of the letter of Hebrews, there's a reference to Philippians 2, 6 through 8. So, you pull that out. Let's close Wust out. What else do we have here? There, Baker Encyclopedia of the Bible. There's an article on Christology after Chalcedon. Again, there's a reference to harpagmos in there, or to the scripture, Philippians 2, 6 through 8. There it is, Philippians 2, 6 through 8, highlighted down below. The point being just the functionality, the connectivity. It's all extremely, extremely helpful. All right, so we'll just close that out. The point of this video was just to show some of the functionality of these socio-rhetorical commentaries in Logos 5 and how they work with different scriptures or different resources available. A little bit of the search features. There's so much more you can do. I'm really like a novice logo chooser. I use it for very basic things, but there's people doing incredible, complex stuff with the program. I'm just not there. But yeah, so that was the point of this video. In another post on the blog, I'll have more to say about the commentaries themselves. So look forward to that. Thanks a lot. See you next time.